Mike, sports, vibes. Thank you for vibing with the bull. Let's go Vikings, man. Let's go Vikings. Go, baby. We're about to get to the regular season. The regular season is about to start. We go against the Cardinals. And after the Cardinals, this next preseason game, we finally get to see real football where the record actually counts. I cannot wait to see Justin Jefferson. I cannot wait to see Ivan Pace Jr. I cannot wait to see the aggression on this defense. It's not Donna Shell defense no more. I cannot wait to see Captain Kirk first cousin lead this ship to the Super Bowl. That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. But the Minnesota Vikings fans has answered, and we still didn't come up with a conclusion for the backup quarterback. I did a post. It should be right there. I'm pointing to it. It should be right there where I did a post. Who will be the second string quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings? And it was added Jaren Hall, Nick Mullins, and Carson Wentz. If Carson Wentz is healthy. I should have put Trey Lance in it too, just to make it even more fun, right? And we are still nowhere close to an answer. 80 Minnesota Viking family members voted. And I'm going to give you the percentages. Out of the 80 votes, we got Jaren Hall is the highest at 35%, right? And then we got Nick Mullins at 31%. And then we got Carson Wentz, and I have put the little if healthy at 34%. Now, it's very bad when the second string quarterback is in last place out of the three. That means we're in a world of trouble if Kirk Cousins goes down. That means we really don't have faith in Nick Mullins, and there's no hate to Nick Mullins, but think about it like this. Say Kirk Cousins gets hurt in week 12 or week 13. He's having an MVP caliber season, just like Carson Wentz did when they won the Super Bowl and when the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017, right? And we have Nick Mullins as our second string quarterback, and he has to lead us all the way to the Super Bowl. What is the chances of him doing that? What is the chances of him winning even one single game from that point on? Regular season, finishing up the regular season in the playoffs. What is the chance of him being a Nick Foles? I'm going to keep it real. I give it nada. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to be realistic, man. If I'm going to have faith in any of these quarterbacks getting us to the Super Bowl, if somehow Kirk Cousins, if he gets hurt, and I don't wish injury and don't want him to get injured. He's Mr. Iron Man. He never gets hurt, but you always have to have a number two quarterback that just in case, because you never know. Because I remind people, when I made a video about Carson Wentz being a backup quarterback, he was the MVP. He was considered the MVP until he got hurt in week 13. And I'm not saying that Kirk Cousins will be the MVP of this next season, but you never know. But what if he gets hurt? Injuries happen all the time when you least suspect it. And I'm just thinking, for our backup quarterback to be in last place out of Carson Wentz and Jaren Hall, that means we are not in a good position at the quarterback when it comes to the second string. So we are hoping for Jaren Hall to show some swag against the Cardinals and win. We're hoping that he shows us why we're so confident in him, because I'm confident in Jaren Hall. I want him to be the second string quarterback. I've been calling it from the moment we drafted him. Dual threat, got a good arm, and we'll see what happens. 5th round pick. We'll see what happens. Nobody knows. It's all speculation. At the end of the day, it's all speculation. But I'm cheering for him. And I'm not saying he's going to be the franchise quarterback after Kirk Cousins, unless Kirk Cousins wins the Super Bowl this year, and then we can give him a 10-year extension. Nah, bruh. Nah. A lot of people are probably laughing. If we win the Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins, we're going to still get rid of him. You know darn well that ain't happening. We signed him to at least a 5-year contract extension. You know he ain't going nowhere. If he happens to win the first Super Bowl in Minnesota Viking history, he ain't going nowhere. But my whole thing is this, man. Carson Wentz, I think there's really a no-brainer. I mean, it's between, in my opinion, we already know what Nick Mullins is. We don't really know what Jaren Hall is. And Carson Wentz, we know when he's healthy, he's a pretty good darn quarterback. Very talented quarterback, right? If healthy, he would be a threat to take Kirk Cousins' job. But I know he hasn't been healthy. That's the only problem is if healthy. He hasn't been healthy. And a lot of people think about the one season where he threw 15 interceptions. I think he led the NFL in interceptions that year. But when he's healthy, he's a straight up baller. But I understand why people are like, no. But we still have to think about the backup quarterback. We have to, because I don't want it to be, we have this wonderful season. The season is going well. Something happens to Kirk, and we're just like, oh, we're done. We're screwed. I don't want that energy. I want it to be, we still have a chance to win the freaking Super Bowl. That's all it's about at the end of the day. Next man up mentality. And the next man up from Kirk Cousins is Nick Mullins. And we know that's not going to get the job done. We all know this. A healthy Carson Wentz could get it done. I know it's an if. It's an if. I'm not saying we're going to get him. Not saying I really want him. I'm just being optimistic. I'm just thinking of all the options. Putting all options on the table. Jaren Hall, can he do something against the Cardinals and show us his talent? But 80 votes, y'all. 34%, again, 34% for Carson Wentz. Nick Mullins is in last place with 31%. And then 35% Jaren Hall, 80 votes. We have to be realistic now, y'all. We have to be realistic that Nick Mullins isn't the guy to be the second string quarterback. If he is, we are not going to do well if Kirk Cousins gets hurt. And I know it's a big if, but still, put all the options on the table. Tell me in the comments below. And we can put Trey Lance in here too. A lot of people don't like Trey Lance. Honestly, I look at it like this. Let's just see who can do something under Kevin O'Connell's offense. Let's see what they can do. Just because Trey Lance didn't do good with the 49ers doesn't mean he won't do good with us. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own, the coaching. It's all about the coaching. Just because he didn't do well on another team, don't mean he can't do well with us. Same with Carson Wentz. Same with any other quarterback that I'm not naming. And I know a lot of people don't want him. I truthfully don't want him. But at the end of the day, we have to put everything on the table to win that first Super Bowl in Minnesota Viking history. Skull, let me know in the comments below what you think about this post. Do you think this is just crazy because it is so close? Or do you think we're just in a world of trouble if something does happen to Kirk Cousins? And I truly believe we're in a world of trouble unless Jaren Hall does something against the Cardinals and shows us some type of promise. I'm going to keep it real. I love my team. I love the Minnesota Vikings. I bleed purple. I'm Philly everything. I'm a Flyers fan. I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a diehard Sixer fan. And I'm a diehard Minnesota Viking fan. But I have to keep it real, y'all. I have to keep it real when it comes to the quarterback position. The most important position is the quarterback. And to be honest with you, the second string quarterback is definitely important, not as important as the first string quarterback, obviously, but it is very important. Even if Kirk gets hurt early in the season, we need to rest him for a couple games. Who can you put in the game to get us a couple of wins? Because at the end of the day, you pick Nick Mullins in the game, the ship will sink. The ship will sink. I don't believe in him. I don't care that he's Mr. Safe in people's eyes. I'm tired of being safe. I want to win. This is the end of the video. I truly appreciate you vibing with the bull. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. I'm out.